your best bet is to vote for Herschel Walker. Okay? Forget what you done heard. That is distractions. Right. That's when President Trump was running. Remember all of the distractions. I remember all of the distractions. He said he gonna grab them by this. And we was like, well, I'm so happy he grabbing somebody by the P instead of the D. By the D.
So I don't know which is more worrisome. That's an argument one would make, or that it's one they've made apparently so many times that they can deliver it in harmony. He grabbed him by the P, at least he didn't grab him by the D. And as I've always said, I have a rigorous, concrete set of political values. Well, one value, I don't support politicians that have given a guy a hand job or something. That's apparently what Diamond and Silk think when it comes to politics. I'll support anyone so long as they haven't jerked off anyone. Other than that, I don't care.
Unsolicited.
What is going on? They're still out there, Waz. I had forgotten.
Unsolicited P grabs are worse than consensual D grabs. Everybody knows this, John. Where have you been?
Everybody.
Your entire life. I saw those two women had the sign of the cross in their little, their emblem thing or whatever that was at the chyron at the bottom.
Yep.
So obviously devout Christians. Jesus always said, when you see a P, you gotta grab it. That's in the Bible, John. Yeah. Jesus told us that, they're just being devout Christians. That's all that is.
100%. Well, for Wazzy, don't even try to beat me on the Bible, because as a lot of insufferable young 20s atheists, I read a lot of the Bible, and I know that Jesus said, "The meek shall inherit the earth," but hands off my ding dong, as we all know. Can you do me a favor before we move on to this last tweet? Is it possible for the TD? You don't have to play the video again with audio, but if you could bring it up but not have our lower third, like if you could strip that away, because I want to point out something. Not only the cross that was pointed out, but if we could bring that up, because it's important that people understand that this video that we just played for you is current. They're putting that out now. How are their on-screen graphics this bad in 2022? Seriously, look into a drop shadow, okay? Look into a bevel, perhaps, something. Mike Lindell, this is on the Lindell Network. He is a billionaire. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, that's what Diamond and Silk had to say. But I have something way dumber, okay? And it's from noted intellectual gladiator Ben Shapiro, who said, "It is so very telling that the supposedly horrible thing that Herschel Walker did, according to the media, was support the pro-life position, not knock up a woman and pay for her abortion. Because if he were pro-choice, this would not be a story." Oh, truly deep thoughts, deep thoughts. That's the whole point. Yes, if he was pro-choice and he'd supported someone getting an abortion, that would be the opposite of hypocrisy. He's not pro-choice according to him, thus it's a story, Ben Shapiro. I understand that, like, when it's not a tweet, when he's talking, he says it really fast, so it's hard to follow what the hell he's thinking. But that is the dumbest, most obvious thing in the world. Yes, supporting someone having an abortion is not in and of itself an issue. We're pro-choice, we think that's fine. In fact, we think that should be your right. But if you're one of the men who says you're gonna strip that right away from hundreds of millions of people, then you better not be in your personal life going and paying for abortions, because that's wildly hypocritical. And the fact that that doesn't bother you, that's the most telling part of this story, I think.
Well, yeah, I think you just nailed it on the head. Ben Shapiro doesn't think people should say what they mean and mean what they say. That's all I got from that tweet. Like these people think it's a controversy that somebody would step into the public sphere, perhaps call themselves a right-wing intellectual, perhaps, and say things that they don't actually believe to be true or make any sense, but maybe just do it for personal gain and profit. These people think there's a problem with that?
100%.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, and let's point out one other thing, because after all, I'm an atheist. I can believe whatever I want. I don't think I'm gonna be damned for it. Ben Shapiro is religious, and his politics are informed by his religion, his beliefs about religion, which are not just about values or principles. They're about something that's supposed to be connected to something deeper than that. Okay, according to him and religious conservatives like him, if you help someone get an abortion, you are assisting someone in conducting a murder, okay? I don't mean that like metaphorically or loosely. They say abortion is murder. I don't know, maybe you've seen some of the signs they march around with. So according to Ben Shapiro, Herschel Walker assisted a murder. He effectively hired a hitman who happened to be wearing a stethoscope, and they did a murder together. And why did Herschel Walker help pay for this murder? So that his life wouldn't be inconvenienced. It's a really bad reason to murder someone, according to Ben Shapiro. And Ben Shapiro is not bothered by that. He still wants the murderer to be elected to the Senate. Okay, that's his standards. Those are his values. And you'll notice he doesn't have an issue with it, implying that they're not actually standards. He will say that they are. He'll use them as a weapon to bludgeon his political opponents. But when it comes to potentially risking a little bit of political power, no, those are not standards, they're not principles. There's nothing concrete there, there's nothing foundational. They're convenient little things. He occasionally cosplays as a person that cares about this. But when a Senate seat is on the line, who the hell cares? Murder ain't murder anymore.
Yeah,
any final thoughts?
I'm just dumbfounded by that he would put that out unironically and basically said like people who already say they have no problem with people going out and getting abortions if that's what they so choose aren't mad that that's what Herschel Walker did. Like what is the headline there? I'm completely lost by what he's saying there. I just don't know. It's just a guy who's so used to saying lies, half truths to whatever serves his own benefit and gain. Just doesn't know when to stop, obviously.
Yeah.